Good Sabbath, everybody. Good Sabbath, those watching online. Welcome to our youth class. Face Jerusalem in prayer, brothers. Uncover your heads, sisters, cover your heads.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
In Jesus' mighty name.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. Good Sabbath once more. Those who are hearing the noise outside, just please excuse us. They're having a function right outside our door today. Right? That's supposed to be a church. Right? That's not keeping the Sabbath, we see. Right? But they call themselves followers of Christ. That's the same spirit of Saul right there, right? I do what you said, Lord. You know?
Why don't I hear the
Is there a
bleeding of
problem?
the sheep?
Yeah.
Are we okay? Yeah. All right. But today the title of the lessons is Wizards That Peep. You know, because if you notice, it's in all the children's shows, right? All the movies, you see about these mediums, people that communicate with the dead, right? Necromancer, all these things, right? Wizards that peep. God says to be careful with them, right? Not that they can't communicate with a spirit, but the spirit they're communicating is not the dead. It's actually these devils. That's who they communicate. They disguise themselves as what? Angels of light, right? So they appear benevolent to us, but they're actually evil, right? And I hope this noise is not too distracting to those listening. But we're going to start off today in Leviticus 19, verse 31. What the Lord has to say about those people.
Regard not them that have familiar spirits.
Yeah, don't regard them. Don't hold them in any high esteem, right? Don't give no power to them. Don't regard them, because they do have some power, right?
Yeah.
But when you submit yourself to these people, right, going to them looking for answers about the spiritual realm or about the future, right, you're not going to your God, right? But go ahead.
Neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God.
Because He's our God. So should not the people seek their God?
They should.
Right? They should, right? So let's go to that place right there. Isaiah chapter 8. And they playing worldly music, and this is a church. It's crazy. Can't even tell the difference between them and the world. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19.
And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God, for the living unto the dead?
Yeah, should not a people seek unto their God? That's who you should be seeking, because He is the Lord your God. That's why He told you back in Leviticus, don't regard those that have familiar spirits. Right? So if you need to know something about the future, or need to know something about anything regarding the dead or that spiritual realm, you should be seeking who?
The Lord.
Your God. He says, and when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep, because that's what they do. They peep. You see her peeping into that spiritual realm? She's trying to see what she could see. Right? Because they're peeping. Go ahead, my bro.
Verse 20.
And mother, finish that off for me. Read that again.
Should not a people seek unto their God, for the living to the dead?
Shouldn't you go to your God? That's who you should go to, right? Give me verse 20.
To the law and to the testimony.
To the law and to the testimony. Because you got to be able to find it in the law and in the testimony. Does the Lord tell us to seek wizards that peep?
No.
Nah. The law actually tells us don't regard them that have familiar spirits. Because that's what it is, a familiar spirit. They're going to come to you as a spirit that is familiar to you. As your grandmother that passed away. As your aunt that passed away. Your uncle. That's who they're going to appear as. They're not going to appear as a angel. They're going to appear as somebody you think you know. Right? I saw a video the other day and they dropped the ashes in the water and the ashes formed some kind of shape. And they was like, oh wow, you see grandma is speaking to us. No. That's that fallen angel, that devil speaking to you. That's who's speaking to you. That's not your grandma. Your grandma is dead in the grave, rotten. That's where she is. Right? Go ahead.
If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
There's no light in them. And there's no light in these spirits that come to you pretending to be your loved ones. You know? Because that's how they come. They're never going to come to you in their form as a devil. Because then you would know, right? So they come to you as what? Hey, I'm your godmother. I'm your uncle that passed away years ago in a dream, in a vision of a night. That's how they come to you. Right? What else we got? Was that it for that?
No, verse 21 and 22.
Go ahead.
And they shall pass through it, hardly bested and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward.
And they're going to look upward. And what they going to do?
And they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness.
And they're going to be driven to darkness because that's going to be the end of them. That's going to be to the end of them that seek the wizards that peep and the wizards themselves. Darkness. They're going to be driven to what? And they shall be driven to darkness. That's where they're going to be driven to. Dimness and anguish. Right? And behold, trouble. So let's continue going, my bro. Let's go into our example today. Because we're going to look at a man that actually knew the word of the Lord. He knew the Lord. But he decided to go to a wizard that peep when he didn't hear God. And I myself almost went there because I wasn't hearing from God. And I was tempted to go to a wizard that peep because I couldn't understand what was going on in my life. You know? I was trying to figure it out. 2 Samuel.
Which month do you have the mic on? Do you have it on the open mic?
You can hear everything outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you still hear it. Why does that say 2 Samuel 28? There is no 2 Samuel 28.
It says 1 Samuel on my page.
Oh, 1 Samuel. Okay. It changed? We'll speak to them to low down that music because they have their speakers right outside our door. That's crazy. We're going to 1 Samuel 28 and we're going to pick it up at verse 3, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him.
And what did we just start off with? Samuel was what?
Dead.
Samuel was dead. That means he don't know nothing. We're going to find that out today. Samuel is dead. That's where we're picking up the story from, right? Samuel is dead. And everybody's lamenting Samuel, right? And what they did with Samuel.
And buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land.
Oh, so he was keeping the commandments at one point. Because at one point he put away all those that have familiar spirits and the wizards that peep. He put away them because he knew it was an evil thing to actually seek those that have familiar spirits. Right? But hold your place here. Hold your place here. And let's see why. Why he did this. Was he just doing this because he thought of it on his own?
No.
Nah, we'll find out. Let's see why he did this. Deuteronomy chapter 18. And you're going to pick it up at verse 9.
When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Right, so when they came into the land, what they were supposed to do? They wasn't supposed to learn right? The ways of these people, right?
No.
It says, when thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination, because this is an abomination, right? And there's many abominations. And thank you, Brother JD, for clarifying that out for us, you know? Because I did a lesson recently and I named it the 7 abominations, but he actually clarified it and showed that there is more than 7 abominations, which they are, all right? And I don't think I mentioned that there was more than 7 in that lesson. So whoever listened to that lesson, you should definitely check out Brother JD's Midnight Oil, Burning the Midnight Oil. And he titled it The Abominations. He did a very good job breaking that down for us. Go ahead.
Verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch.
Yeah, because Manasseh did that, right? Manasseh was one of those that did this. He did all these abominations right here. There was even a king that killed his own son just to win a war. He thought that's how he's going to win the war. If I kill my son, sacrifice him to the gods will hear me, right? But we should not learn these abominations. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 11. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits.
Yeah, those mediums, right? Don't go to them. No. Don't go to those palm readers, right? He's telling you that, and they teach you that stuff in your TV shows, right? In the kids shows, they have it, teaching the kids how to do what? Spells, right? That's why I tell them, don't repeat what you see, because you hear what, don't repeat what you hear, because you don't even know what they just said. You know, and you could be cursing yourself. Go ahead.
Or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord.
All that do these things are abomination. And we're going to see how Saul became an abomination to the Lord by seeking one that had a familiar spirit that peeped into the spiritual realm. Go ahead.
And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee.
Oh, so this is why God was like, get out of his land. Right? God kicked them out his land because they were doing these kind of things in his land. And you think we're going to be exempt from that? Nah. We're going to get it worse because you're the son, right? What he does with his son? He chastises his son. Right? He chastens him when he does wrong. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
Oh, yeah, perfect. And they say we can't be perfect. But the Lord always requires us to be perfect. Right? And what?
For these nations which thou shalt possess hearkened unto observers of times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee to do so. The
Lord didn't suffer us so to do. He didn't want us to be partaking in these things. He never said it doesn't exist. He said, I don't want you partaking in that. Because you might go to a medium and think you're hearing your uncle when you're hearing a devil. A devil is now giving you advice on your life. What to do. How to act. Right? And they don't know that. That's why God said, don't mess with this stuff. Right? But let's go back to our place. Right, we're going back to 1 Samuel. You should have had a hold there. And we're going to pick it up at 1 Samuel chapter 28, and we're going to pick it up at verse 4 from where we left off.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together, and came and pitched in Shunem. And Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid.
Oh, he was afraid. Man, and you know what fear could do to you, right? Fear could have you break God's commandments. This kind of fear. When you start fearing having the fear of man, you will definitely break God's commandments. Right? Go ahead.
And his heart greatly trembled.
Oh, because he was afraid. He's afraid. He's seen a host of Philistines and God is not answering him. God is not answering him by prophet or by Urim, right? Neither one of them God is answering him by. Right? So he's afraid now. He doesn't know what to do. Go ahead.
And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets.
I should have just let you read it. I always do that. Right? Then what?
Then said Saul unto his servants, Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit.
Oh, so he's going back to vomit. The same thing he put out the land that we just read about. When you come into the land, you got to put those people out. He's going back to those people. He's going back to those that are seeking familiar spirits. Right? Because he doesn't hear from God. So he wants to peep into the spiritual realm and see what God has to say. Go ahead.
That I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, Behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor.
Oh, there's a woman here. She's at Endor though. Right? But hold our place here. Let's go see what his fear made him do. Because we need to understand this fear. God's fear and our fear are not the same. Right? Proverbs chapter 29.
Yes.
Yes. Proverbs chapter 29. Proverbs chapter 29 and pick it up at verse 25.
The fear of man bringeth a snare.
You see what his fear did to him? His own fear brought a snare to him. Because he's going after the abomination that God actually hates. Right? And what?
But whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be saved.
Oh, he should have been like Jacob, right? I ain't letting you go, God, until you bless me. He should have never let go. Right? He should have never let go. Because some of us, just because you didn't hear from God, I ain't hear from God for 10 years. I had to keep on seeking him though. Because I knew if I did that, it would have been the end for me. I have never read the Bible, but I remember hearing about it. I remember hearing about this, that we should not seek after those that have familiar spirit. As a little boy, I heard about that. And that word stuck in my head. And I knew if I made that mistake, that would have been the end for me. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it for that, right?
Yeah.
So we see how his fear brought a snare to him. Right? Because it says the fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be what? Safe. He would have been safe. But he forgot to trust in the Lord. He went back after vomit. Let's continue going. We going to Proverbs 14?
Yes.
I don't know why I got out of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 14. And pick it up at verse 26.
In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death.
To do what?
To depart from the snares of
so
death.
That's what it makes you do. Depart from the snares of death. That kind of fear. Right? It says, the fear of the Lord is what? Strong confidence. Right? It's not pride. It's confidence. You understand what I'm saying? And his children shall be what?
Have a place of refuge.
They're going to have a place of refuge. But you're going to notice all Saul's children died. They had no place of refuge. Only one of his sons survived. And that was the son of Jonathan. Right? We're going to go to 2 Timothy. It's not on your handout. 2 Timothy chapter 1. Chapter 1, and pick it up at verse 7. And this is 1 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 1, and pick it up at verse 7. Because God did not give us that kind of spirit. Not the fear that came upon Saul. Let's see what kind of spirit God gave us.
For God hath not given us the spirit of fear.
Yeah, because the fear of the Lord is what? A strong confidence, right? So it's not the same fear. But what?
But of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
And of a sound mind. That's the kind of fear God gave us, right? Let's get back to the lesson. Lamentations. Chapter 3. They're really trying to annoy me right now with this music. Lamentations chapter 3. And pick it up at verse 24.
The Lord is my portion, saith my soul, therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him.
Oh, you see what happened? He should have waited. It didn't matter how long God did not answer him. He should have waited and continued seeking God. Right? It is what?
It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
Oh, he should have did that. He should have did that. He should have did that because it said it is good. It's a good thing that a man should hope. Right? That a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. No matter how long the Lord wasn't answering him, he should have waited. I had a friend, same thing. He was going through trouble. And you know what he did? He went after wizards that Peep. Messing with the 6-pointed star, doing spells, witchcraft. He started messing with that stuff because God wasn't answering him. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 27. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence, because he hath borne it upon him. He putteth his mouth in the dust, if so be there may be hope.
Oh, if so be there may be hope. Because there was still hope. Because a living dog is what?
Better than a dead lion.
Better than a dead lion, right? He gonna be a dead lion. Right? Was that it for that?
Yes.
Let's go back to First Samuel, I'm sorry. 1 Samuel chapter 28 again, and pick it up at verse 11.
I think it says 8 here. 8 through 10.
8?
First,
Yes, it does. It does say. I don't know. I was looking at line 11. That's why. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment. And he went, and 2 men with him. And they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
Oh, you see who he's asking? He's asking her to bring who up? The one that he's going to ask. So let's see who he asked for.
And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits, and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die?
And what Saul did?
And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying,
Man, he is going further and further. Further and further, right? Into perdition. Being what? A reprobate mind. Instead of turning to the Lord, he's turning to this. Go ahead.
As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing.
And he swore to her that there would be no punishment for her that do this thing, right? Let's see if the Lord said there was not going to be no punishment for somebody that does this. Let's go back to Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 20. Because he's promising her something that is a lie. That's false hope. Because both him and her will be in that lake of fire. And pick it up at verse 26. Chapter 20, verse 26.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from the other people, that ye should be mine.
That you should be mine, right? He said, I severed you. I want to separate you from these other people. I don't want you to be like those people out there pretending to be Christians. Especially these out there today. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 27. A man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death.
Oh, he said they shall surely. He didn't say, there was no promise that they were going to live. God said they shall surely be put to death. What's going to happen to them?
They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them.
Oh, your blood is upon you. You decided to go play with this stuff. Right? He said your blood is upon you. Stone them with stones. Kill them. But Saul is promising her what? Life. He's promising her life for sinning. Right? But let's go back to the lesson. Let's go back to 2 Samuel 28. We're going to pick it up at verse 11, my bro.
Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel.
Oh, so what you think, what disguise you think that spirit is going to take?
Samuel.
He's going to take the appearance of who? Samuel. Because that's what you asked for. If I ask for Sister Marjorie, guess who's gonna come up? Sister Marjorie gonna come up. I don't know why I said Sister Marjorie. Who's Sister Marjorie? Do we know a Sister Marjorie? All right. I was thinking of a name, and Marjorie was the only name I could think of. Go ahead.
And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake unto Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul.
Oh, because when she sees Samuel, right? When that spirit, that devil appeared as who? Samuel, she realized who she was dealing with. Right? She realized she was dealing with Saul. It was Saul himself. Why did you deceive me? Now she understands what? She's going to be put to death. She thought it was a trick. But it wasn't a trick. Go ahead.
And the king said unto her, Be not afraid, for what sawest thou?
Oh, he said, be not afraid. They should be afraid. Because they seeing what? They seeing the devil right now. Right? And the what?
And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth.
Because that's what they are. They are the little g gods. The sons of gods. Who are no longer sons of God. They got disinherited. Satan and all his angels. Because if you go to Job, you realize that they are not called sons of God anymore. It just said Satan, that guy came with them. He didn't even call him by his heavenly name. It just called him the adversary. Right? It didn't say Lucifer came with them. It was like, yeah, that guy too. Yeah, he came too. He was there. That's how God deals with bastards. All of these bastards out there right now that are pretending to pray to God. This is the Sabbath, and what they doing out there?
Not right.
They over there playing music, pretending to praise God. With what? Earthly music is at that too. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 14. And he said unto her, What form is he of?
Oh, what form is he of? And what she said?
And she said, An old man cometh up.
Yeah, because that's the form that angel took. That fallen angel, that devil, he took the form of what? Samuel. Whoever you want me to take, I'll look like whoever you want. You want me to look like your little child that died? I'll come to you as that little child. Go ahead.
And he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel.
Oh, so Saul perceived that it was Samuel. Because it wasn't Samuel. We're going to understand that it wasn't Samuel. Go ahead, my brother.
And he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself.
Oh, and that was his mistake right there. He is stooping his face to the ground. He is bowing to this spirit. He's bowing to this spirit that he thinks is Samuel. And that's a fallen angel, a devil. Right? Are we holding right there?
No, to 15.
Go ahead, my brother.
And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answereth me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do.
Right, and this is what he's telling Samuel, who he perceives to be Samuel, not actually Samuel. He's telling this angel, this fallen angel, God is not talking to me anymore. Right? God is not answering me. You should have waited. You should have hoped quietly and wait patiently for your God. But he didn't do that. Right? So let's go see if the dead could speak. Let's go to Psalms. Hold your place here. Let's go to Psalms 88. And pick it up at verse 10.
Wilt thou show wonders to the dead?
That's a good question. Will God show wonders to the dead? Shall what?
Shall the dead arise and praise thee, Selah?
Oh, those are good questions. Shall the dead arise and praise God? Because Samuel just arise and he's praising, and he's gonna tell Saul information, right? But how is he doing that? Is that really Samuel? Go ahead.
Shall thy loving kindness be declared in the grave, or thy faithfulness in destruction?
Oh, faithfulness in destruction. Shall what?
Shall thy wonders be known in the dark?
In the darkness, because that's where death is. Darkness. You don't know nothing. And what?
And thy righteousness in the land of forgetfulness.
Because that's what happens when you die. You are forgetfulness. You in the land of what? Forgetfulness. You don't know nothing. Even the people on earth and under the sun is going to forget you in the future, in a little bit of time. You will be forgotten. Right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Let's find out some more about the dead. To those who think the dead could speak to them. Right now, they are the congregation of the dead outside right now.
Right.
And we're going to go speak to them right after this lesson, too, to low down that music. Because I'm not going to deal with this all day. Go ahead, my brother. Pick it up at verse 4.
For to him that is joined to all the living there is hope.
There is hope, right? To somebody that's joined to the living. But what about the dead?
For a living dog is better than a dead lion.
Oh, you see that? A living dog is better than a dead lion. For what does the living know?
For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything.
Oh, you see, Samuel ain't know nothing. The real Samuel don't know nothing. But that fallen angel does. Because he's still alive. He hasn't been put in the lake of fire yet. Go ahead, my brother.
Neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten.
See, they're forgotten. Eventually, they're going to forget. They don't have no more reward under the sun. Go ahead, my bro.
Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. Neither have they any more portion forever in anything that is done under the sun.
Never. They're never going to come back. Not until the resurrection. Right? Samuel will not awake out of his sleep until that resurrection. So whoever that witch of Endor brought up was not Samuel. That's why you need to be careful. Especially with those shows you watch. That you don't be tempted to even go start drawing that symbol. Or repeating those words that you're hearing. Because they make it to try to attract you guys. Especially in the anime shows. And they do their little blah 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 and they say their thing. Yeah, you might start repeating that stuff. You don't know what you're saying. They speaking in another tongue. You know, you don't know what devil you conjuring right now into your house. Go ahead, my brother. Was that it for that?
Yes.
Let's go back to 1 Samuel. Pick it up at verse 16, 28 and 16.
Then said Samuel, wherefore then dost thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee?
Exactly. Why you asking me, seeing the Lord ain't even answering you? Lord ain't talking to you no more. The Lord is done with you now. You just went after the abomination that the Lord hate. Go ahead.
And is become thine enemy.
Oh, the Lord is your enemy. The Lord will become your enemy if you go after these abominations. That's why I knew not to do this. As a little boy, I knew not to do this. Even when I was down to my lowest, I said, man, I thought about it, but I said if I did it, that would be it for me. And that's before I came into the truth. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 17. And the Lord hath done to him, as he spake by me, for the Lord hath rent the kingdom out of thine hand.
And you just lost your kingdom. You just lost. Now you just sealed the deal. None of your kids are going to sit on that throne. Go ahead.
And given it to thy neighbor, even to David.
Even to David. Right? Because what?
Thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor executest his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore hath the Lord done this thing unto thee this day.
That's why the Lord was like, I ain't talking to you no more. But he should have waited quietly. He should have been, I tell you, he should have been like Jacob. I ain't letting you go, God, until you bless me. Hang on to God's robe or something and hold on to that. I don't care how long God ain't talked to you. Hold on. If God ain't talked to me for 10 years, I'm telling you, I couldn't hear from God. I didn't know where he was. And I almost did that. Go ahead, my brother.
Moreover, the Lord also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me.
Oh, you're going to be dead just like me. Right? And what?
The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines.
And you think you're the only one dying? Even your servants are going to die with you. All those that follow you into war. Go ahead, my brother.
Then Saul fell straightway all along on the earth, and was sore afraid.
Oh, but yeah, now you afraid. But you should have had the fear of the Lord to begin with. But he had what? His fear of man. And that brought a snare upon him. Because he went to the witch of Endor. Because what?
Because of the words of Samuel. And there was no strength in him, for he had eaten no bread all the day, nor all the night.
Yeah, he lost all his strength. Right? But let's continue going. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 20. Back to Leviticus chapter 20, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1, and we're going to skip.
And the Lord spake unto Moses.
And the Lord spake unto Moses what? Skip this verse 6.
Saying, verse 6, and the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go on whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people.
I will cut him off from among his people. I remember those words when I was a child. That God would kill me. He would become my enemy if I ever did this. That's what stopped me from doing this. This law right here. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 7, sanctify yourselves therefore, and be ye holy.
Because that makes you holy when you don't go after wizards that peep. Right? Just like your diet makes you holy. Right? Go ahead.
For I am the Lord your God. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you.
Was that it for that?
Yes.
And he said, and you shall do what? Keep my statutes and do them. Don't do them and then go back to undoing them. How you going to put them out and then bring them back in? Right? Because he said, I'm the one that sanctifies you. Let's go to our last place. Let's see what happens to Saul. Let's see the end of that man. First Chronicles chapter 10. And pick it up at verse 13.
So Saul died for his transgression.
Oh, you see what happened to Saul? Now all these things were written for what?
Our admonition.
Yeah. And they were examples for what? For our learning, right? So we should not lust after these evil things that they lusted after. Because you want to lust after that? You want to go after a medium? You want to go after a necromancer? You want to go after these wizards that peep? It says, so Saul died for his transgression, which he committed against the Lord. That's who you committed it against. You understand that? Even what?
Even against the word of the Lord.
Oh, against his word. His law. Right? Which what?
Which he kept not.
Because he didn't keep it. Because what he said, keep my commandments and do them. Right? What Jesus said. If you love me, do what?
Keep my commandments.
Oh, keep them. And also what?
And also for asking counsel
because that was the icing of the cake right there. That's what sealed his deal right there. And also, go ahead, my brother. Sorry for cutting you off.
And also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it.
Oh, to inquire of it. So that's why Saul died. And that was wizards that peep.
Do you want me to do 14 or no?
Go ahead. I did have it on there. Go ahead.
And inquired not of the Lord. Therefore he slew him and turned the kingdom unto David the son of Jesse.
Thank you, my brother. I always do that with my lesson. I always forget the last verse. Right? And inquired not of the Lord. Right? Because God didn't say, just because God didn't answer him for that little bit of time, doesn't mean that God was never going to answer him. If he would have kept on seeking God, God would have answered him eventually.
Amen.
Because he answered me when I got rid of my pride. Right? Therefore he slew him and turned the kingdom unto David, the son of Jesse. And that's who got the kingdom. Because Saul went after a familiar spirit, wizards that peep. And that was Wizards That Peep. Hope he has some understanding in Jesus' name. Face Jerusalem, close out.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done in earth
thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
In Jesus' holy name,
In Jesus' holy name,
amen.
amen.